right, Tamil Nadu Governor has returned the anti-NEET legislation to the Speaker of Tamil Nadu Assembly. So, another hit block here. The Governor says that the anti-NEET legislation is against the interest of students, especially from the rural and economically weaker sections. So, this is the latest as far as the anti-NEET legislation is concerned. Big development in Tamil Nadu, where the Governor has returned the anti-NEET legislation to the Speaker of Tamil Nadu Assembly. For more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Mugilan on the broadcast. Mugilan, thank you for joining us. Significant development there. The parties, the ruling party has accused the Governor of sitting on this anti-NEET legislation for over 3 months now. For the benefit of our national audiences, could you explain us what does this anti-NEET legislation entail? And second, why is the Governor reluctant as far as passing on this legislation to the President is concerned?
As far as the bill that was passed in the Tamil Nadu Assembly in the month of September, unanimously, that is except BJP, almost all the political parties supported the bill that was passed by the Tamil Nadu state government except NEET. So as per the bill, if it gets passed through, it will facilitate the medical courses admission based on the 12th month. Because as far as the NEET is concerned, we already know the students have to appear for the NEET exams, and the medical admission will happen based on the score what they get in the NEET exams. And we have seen the political parties in Tamil Nadu were accusing that the students who are studying in the Tamil Nadu school education or the state board couldn't crack the NEET exams, and this has made this has put the state government students and the students who are studying in the state board in a disadvantaged position, and that is why this bill was passed by the Tamil Nadu state government. And as you rightly pointed out, even after sitting over the file for more than 5 months now, we are seeing the governor returning back the bill that was sent by the Tamil Nadu Assembly. And I am quoting from the communication that was sent today, and it says that the governor is of the opinion that the bill is against the interest of students, especially the rural and economically poor students of the state. It is very important to note, because Tamil Nadu state government already formed a committee headed by a retired judge, and that committee came up with a report stating that NEET is against the rural students and the students who are coming from economically poor background. But now the governor have returned back the bill to the speaker, stating that the bill is against the interest of rural students and the students who are coming from economically background status. So now we have to wait and watch what stand that the Tamil Nadu state government is going to take, because the bill has been returned to the speaker on February 1st. So we have to wait and watch what the what the Tamil Nadu state government's next move will be, because we have seen since September the Chief Minister himself made several visits to the Raj Bhavan and have asked him to forward the bill to the President for his assent. But even after the several visits by the Chief Minister, and even after several requests that was made by several ministers and the others, now we are seeing the governor returning back the bill to the Tamil Nadu speaker itself.
All right, Mugilan, please stay on with us. I'm also joined by Jayaprakash Gandhi, who's an educationist. Mr. Gandhi, thank you for speaking to Mirror Now. What we understand is for over 3 months, the governor has yet to forward the anti-NEET bill to President. And today we understand that the bill has been returned to the Speaker. And the governor says that this anti-NEET legislation will be detrimental to the students of the marginalized society. What is your reaction to this development?
See, first of all, we are very disappointing and very surprised, because the press release by the Honorable Governor, I esteem our Governor, says that the NEET is against the rural and economically poor students. In fact, the A.K. Rajan committee says that the NEET is against the social justice, and it is not favoring the rural or poor students. That's why they, with all the authenticity, statistics, numbers they gave and to the assembly, and assembly passed with a majority. Now, Governor Office says that it is against the rural and thing. So when this type of very strong statement comes, why not we educationists can't expect the complete authenticity of the statement? Suppose one committee says this is against NEET. When the governor office says this is not correct, why not the governor office authentically prove that it is against rural students? Poor students. With just a statement is not enough. So we need some authentic statistics report. Another one thing, suppose if there would have not been the 7.5 reservation for government school student, with the analysis we can see, not even 4 students could have joined in Tamil Nadu government medical colleges from government school. Only because of the 7.5% reservation, this government school students, almost 300 plus students could have joined. So remember, it's not because of the NEET, it is because of the reservation. What was the highest score by a government school student? So there is no transparency at all, even from the National Testing Agency. When National Testing Agency asks from the students, from all the particulars, what is the income, whether you took NEET coaching or not, these type of statistics information should be very transparent. Then only we can really debate whether it is for or against NEET.
Okay.
So it is becoming a political issue rather than to favor anybody.
Right. Mr. Gandhi, I wanted to understand one thing from you. Let's talk about the real stakeholders in this story, that is the students. You know, we know the kind of opposition NEET entrance exam has faced from students. A lot of students, unfortunately, have ended their lives. And those, the medical aspirants who want to write the medical exam are in the lurch because they don't know whether there will be an anti-NEET legislation anytime soon or whether they have to, follow the old format. It is a very anxious wait for those students who want to, enter this field.
No, very good question. I always been stressing this to every government, whether state or central government. Any change in the legislation, any change in the system should be announced at least 12 months to 15 months before it is implemented. You cannot change the legislation the last minute. Even if governor says now accepts when they return back the bill, suppose even president gives nods, this particular the law should come into force only after 15 months. So the student should know, when a student enters +1, he should know whether after 12th he has to write NEET or with the board exam marks. So any change, not only NEET, any system, any legislation should be changed. Only the students should be given proper time, 12 to 15 months. We should make this as a law. And court also should realize this and should say very categorically to the Ministry of all the state and the higher education department that when you bring any change, you can implement only after 12 to 15 months.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Gandhi, for making time and offering your valuable perspective on this developing story. That is, anti-NEET legislation has once again hit a roadblock. The governor has returned the legislation back to the speaker, and the opposition has been alleged. My apologies, the ruling party and the Congress and other parties have been alleging that it's on purpose. The governor is sitting on this legislation. However, the governor has said that this anti-NEET legislation will be detrimental to the students of the marginalized society.